Hey guys, hang on. Let me pull up my stream. Over here somewhere. Tools. Hang on. What on earth? View my channel. I closed the thing on OBS. Oh, here it is. Here we go. Okay. Hey guys. So, this is gonna be. Oops. Oh darn. Hope I didn't miss anything else. This is going to be a live stream of me working on the covers for my manga. Let me think. So I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to get to both of them today. I have the back cover to do, and I have the front cover. I haven't fully erased. I don't know which one I feel like working on more. Guess we'll do the front cover. Why not? Anything. Okay. Let me make sure. Hang on. I don't know if sound's working. Oh yeah, that's my horrible, horrible voice. It's working. Okay, here we go. So this is my first time streaming, so sorry if you know. I am obviously a total noob. Okay. Let me work on the title piece first. It says I have two watching. I think both of them are me and it's just being weird. So I think I'm just talking to myself currently. That's okay. Hang on, it's over here. Just, I want to make sure I don't get the colors wrong. Black is the first one. Oh no, where did I put my black? Dang it, that would go over here. You're not supposed to be over there. So, my current plans are if anyone wants to get their hands on my manga, the earliest time possible will actually be I'm planning on attending some anime conventions here coming up, and I am going to have a booth at them. So, I will announce the time and dates at a later time. Still working on that. It's my first time doing the manga. It's also my first time even going to an anime convention. So, all that set up and stuff is just taking me a bit. Let's see, what purple do I want? My printer doesn't scan fluorescent, so I can't do fluorescent purple, even though that would be pretty. It's supposed to be kind of a violet, but let's go for that. Let me find it. Ooh, or actually, that's better. Okay. Eggplant purple. Now I need light blue in there. Uh-oh. Oh well. I don't want it to be too dark, actually. Yeah. Here, let me pick a blue. Let's go ultramarine. That look good. So, the way my story is kind of ending up being structured is it seems like it's going to be like this. Each arc, I'm trying to do like an arc per volume. Of course, some arcs are going to be longer or shorter. I don't want them to be too short. I don't really call that an arc. That's just like a happenstance. But, so the first volume is a whole arc, and it kind of follows. It, there's two main characters like that are there most of the time. And there's a third one that's rallying towards it, but mostly it's the two here. J. John Shea. Um, what's the next color? Crimson. So, and like the next one, will kind of be the same characters. I don't want to give any spoilers for it, though. Give light on a few more that weren't really shown too much in this one. And then as it goes on, yeah, try to give all my characters equal amounts of love. Here we go. Number one down. Now let's do the cyan. I can never remember what colors I picked out as liking for this stuff. Kind of want to go with light blue. Or pastel? Or turquoise? Let's go turquoise blue. Now there's a true red. Um, go take it. Go. We'll go take it. I'm still new to YouTube and stuff. I need to figure out how to do thumbnails. I mean, I know how, but like, man, with just getting ready for the convention and just deciding to do that was a really last minute thing. So I've just kind of been busy with that. Looks like it used my like channel banner background as the thumbnail. I like it, so that works. Okay. I drew it a long time ago. I'm still proud of it. It was one of my first like actual like comics I made. I think I have my Demon art link somewhere on the channel, but I don't know. Oop. Okay, there's that. So I want to leave this blank or color it in. See, if I color it in, I'll kind of have to do that for all the subsequent ones as well, as I feel. So I don't know. Um. Hmm. Let me get started with these two. Okay. I want you. Where did the Agate go? Agate. You, red, you. I'll get dark purple. So that'll constitute her main colors. Um, oh gosh, it's been so long since I've been colors. Eggplant. Robin's egg. The t-shirt's being sauce. And while I'm at it, let me grab a lighter purple. Let's go with mellow. Mellow. Here it is. I mean, I show it in like the art and stuff, but it's kind of hard to see. Shay has purple in her hair towards like the ends, but it's kind of hard to see most of the time, especially since that's as long as black and white. Let's play. Let me start this. Here we go. Just lay down a base coat of blue. Orion, what are you doing? Well, this will also be blue, so I guess I might as well go ahead and color it in. Okay. Let's go in with a slightly darker blue. Now I need to decide where the light source will be coming from. Well, if I want the background to kind of be in the dark, maybe a weird light source coming up over here. Let's go with that. Yeah, okay. So, here we go. Get behind. So, you had to fill out a sales tax thing in order to register to sell at events in my state. Um, and on my application, I thought it was funny. Um, I understand, like, ask, will you be selling alcohol? Will you be selling e-cigarettes? But dang it, I forget what it was now. It asked if I was going to be selling something at health spa per, pers- subscriptions. And I'm sure I can think of some ways that they would want to know that. But it just sounds so funny because it sounded like they were saying that health spas were as dangerous as smoking and all that. Made me laugh. That was funny. Okay, that was good. The stream quality doesn't look good. Is that... Hang on. I don't want to use it my internet. Okay, I guess it's just the level I'm on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I did something. Oh, okay, I fixed it. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so bad at this. Can I see and get dot of purple in her eye? Yep, yep, that works. Just very, very small. Okay. I could go ahead and color in her eyes, but you know what? I will. Never thought about it, but the purple with the ice, it may actually look good. Okay. Let's see. I'm planning on using a lot of purple in this anyways, so let me move on to JoJo. Now, I might as well. Her hair and her dress are about the same color. So. Oreo, stop licking yourself so loudly. We can all hear you. That's a nice bright red. Can't tell if the other person watching the stream. It says two watching. One of them is definitely me because I have my own screen up so I can see it. Is someone else watching? If you are, just say hi in chat. I'm just curious. I don't have high hopes for this stream. If I can get one other person, I chose an awkward day, being in the middle of the week. But school's not in right now, so yeah, I don't know. People may be in college. I told YouTube the stream wasn't for kids, but I don't know. A manga is definitely gonna be meant for like older teens, so No little kids should be here. I don't know though. I was talking to my girlfriend the other day. I remember growing up, sometimes I'd watch the 70s show with my dad, and I always like thought the rating for that was interesting. It was like PG or something. But stuff like that nowadays that have all those sex jokes and innuendos and drug stuff, just all that stuff, it would be rated a lot higher. It seems like I don't know when it happened. I could probably look at the date. It seems like they moved up the requirement for ages. Like they made it more strict sometime between when that show came out and then. Because like I remember Scooby Doo had the same rating, and I just remember thinking that was really weird. Um, so who knows? I feel like nowadays we're kind of regressing back again. There's all kinds of. This isn't like a political take of political stuff. Just I feel like there's a lot more of the weird stuff being let back in again. Like just in terms of sets and nudity and that weird stuff. I don't know. My point still stands. This is definitely meant for like older teens and stuff. You know, I don't know what they call it. That's a weird thing. I guess I'll find out. I'll have to get it rated if I ever want to like publish stores and stuff. I definitely think I will at some point. I just wanted to start out because honestly, since I'm such a new artist, I don't think there was a very big chance that any like publishers would have taken the risk on me. So I'll self-publish, start out. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I mean, once I get like, a few sales and stuff under my belt and stuff, just to prove that what I'm putting out there people will buy, I'll try to look for a publishing company because I'd like to have more time to I could do other merch. I could put more time into refining my story in that if I didn't have to worry about the actual publishing part for myself. But that's a whole future. That's a whole thing for the future. I'm having fun with it. It's been a fun process so far. Whew, she wasn't looking very good at first. I'm glad that ended up turning out. Okay, let me look at it for a sec. That's kind of a sharp line, but it kind of looks good. Okay, I think I'll leave it. I need to work on her eyes. Let me get in there. That work. No, I'll make them too dark. I do that a lot, I feel. Her neck kind of weapons there. Just look at. Let me cover it in. Here we go. Her choker. It's a bit weird. It feels weird. I've always drawn her with like fishnet stockings before, and it feels weird having her not with them now. I forgot her wrist thing. So the lights can put out. Okay, this should be good. I don't really have much of an audience right now, like in general, so I don't know what kind of people even like watching my content. The fun tip is, it's kind of why I use purple and shows here. You can only go so dark in a color, like once you get to like this darkness of a red right here. It's dark, but it's not black. And a tip is you find color that's close enough to it, that's darker or just as dark, and when you combine them, it's even darker. So usually you want to find one that's like in the same color tone, like these reds and this purple. That's why I use this purple on her. It's a very warm, tinted, like violet purple. And these are a bit cooler. Now, I use them specifically on her because her hair color is blue that fades into purple. But you can do that too. Now, if you're going to use like an opposite tone, like if I did green with red, it would kind of bounce out to a neutral tone, kind of. Because it would make more of a dark brown than whatever. Sorry, have to feed my coffee addiction. Okay, let me see. I hate working with skin. I think I'm done with these colors. I'll keep them on the side over here. Let me work on Shay's outfit. Do I want to do a blue undertone? It's just kind of a black outfit. I think I'll do a black undertone. I mean, blue undertone. What's this? Dark lavender. Actually, let's do this. That way it's still kind of a black tone. But won't make it too blue. The pants are a bit more blue, so I think I will use a different one on them. This is quite dark. You know how in like manga, TV, and anime, just it's just real common to always see someone in the same outfit all the time. I'm trying to avoid that too much with my story. What you look like? Yeah, you'd be fine for base stuff, I guess. Yeah, I try to. I mean, there's something to that because you have the outfit that everyone will recognize. It creates an identity for the character. But another way to do that is most people don't wear the same outfit all the time in real life. Some people do. But no, for example, I wear the same few a lot. Yeah, so I'm planning on having just several different variations of the same. Not like variations like you would like different character skins. Not what kind of. You know. This looks good. Okay, let me get my black stick. I'll see these out. Blue gray. So when I started out, I used Copic markers as a beginning artist, and some of the art for this manga does use Copic, I believe, especially the. No, wait, no, well, a lot of my older art does, like almost all of it, but most of this is Ohuhu, which is both what I use now, the Ohuhu markers. My main issue with Ohuhu, and I guess Copic was the same way, but I've been drawing, like, my poor markers. They're dying. They're just dying and dying on me. And, like, it's just my second set. See? I don't know if how well y'all can see that, but so dry. I've gone through so many markers making this manga, and only the gray ones. And they won't ship to my PO box, so it's hard for me to get more of them. It's been a pain dealing with that. One of the things that, like, a lot in the Midwest, how every year we have the heat dome. I'm thankful my area isn't in it right now. From what I understand, we're actually like, it formed a bit higher up than usual. And I think we're in it, like, right now, but it, like, the way it's moving, we move out of it every once in a while and we get some nice storms, so. Which is good, because I started gardening this year. So that's really helping with that. Because plants love hot, they just don't love dry. I don't like either. There we go. That looks fine for the pants for now. As a kid, I used to draw a lot of small comics and stuff. Just in my free time. I never really thought being a writer or publisher one day. One of my big regrets is I never realized how much I liked art until I was a lot older. Say a lot older, I was in middle school. I think I was 14 when I started drawing more. I haven't done it in a long time. I kind of fell off, but there was an art piece. You can probably find it my Deviant art. White Reaper 123. There was an art piece I drew every year on the anniversary of my art. My 1 year of being an artist. And every year I tried to make it better and better. I haven't done it in a while. Whenever I tried to do it digitally, it didn't go well. I can find my way around digital art, but I definitely can't, like, use it as, like, my main medium. I need to do it eventually, but I get more used to it. I just don't like it. No, it's not that I don't like it. It's just that I really like traditional. It just feels so much better to me. It's just a personal preference. I really wish I could do digital art, and I'm sure I could with practice, but that's something hard as an artist. Working backwards, like starting something new and feeling like you're so far behind. It feels like you're actually taking a step back. But if you keep at it, you can really work at it. The first piece I did with alcohol markers went so badly. I mean, I understood. I got my first Copics. I'm like, okay. I previously only used colored pencils. Now I'm like, okay. Now if I mix these two colors, see what happens. It was mostly trial and error, and I was just. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't up to my level. But I kept at it, and I realized, I'm like, okay, well, because markers are a lot more two-dimensional than other arts. So I figure, okay, what if I incorporate more depth with the drawing itself? So I took some time, I spent the whole day drawing. It was like a Undertale drawing of Frisk in the cave. Um, I made sure to incorporate lots of place for like sudden color jumps and stuff. And it was my second, and it turned out really good. I was so proud of it. Of course, it's nothing. It was like good for my time. I don't know. Some of my really old art pieces, I'm constantly surprised of how good they are when I remember. Okay, let me grab skin tones real quick. Oh, I haven't done skins in so long. Not with like skin tone. Um, Sand white. Sand white. Sand. Oh yeah, where's a dark suntan? Burnt. Is that one? I kind of changed my names on me, but the names up between the things. Potato. Mushroom white. Is that still in here? I used to use it a lot. I think that's what we're calling sand white now. Soft sun. Soft sun. Grab my really pale colors. Is skin white still in here? Pastel peach. Now some of my other set is still good, so I could go grab it if I needed. I swear skin white is still in here. Wait. It was a red. Sardonyx. So he changed the name of that. Pale cherry pink and sardonyx are also both good. Okay. Okay, this is a good start for skin tones. I think I could put up. Yeah, I can put up shades out in colors. Oops. Oh, it's out. Let me look. Cool. Violet. Okay. Um, what's my latest one here? Probably Pale Fruit Pink, right? Oh yeah. Why did you're a lot pinker than I remember. Um, you could use the side. You'd be useful for some other character. I need to remember for my back cover. I didn't really leave room for like a summary. Dang it, my QR code's gotta cover those beautiful leaves. I could put the QR code here. Oh, that's not part of the coloring process, so I can worry about that later. Okay. Let me start moving up in darkness. Let me start with J-Jaw. She's a bit easier. She's just a slight tan skin tone. I tried to keep her younger self a bit lighter because she never really went outside much. So There we go. So the light's coming from down here. Skin's pretty shiny, so I'll probably stop that there. Yeah, I can skip straight to this. I feel like I need to blend that a bit. Let me use this pink. That'll look good. That'll make her look like that. Oh, yeah, that was good. Good job, Rod. Good job. Cool. Okay, let me work on Shay now. She has a... See, I've had trouble deciding for her. I've kind of drawn her as both a little more tan, because she's definitely been out in the sun a lot more. That's why her freckles. Yeah. At the same time, she just gives off the vibe of a pale person, but compared to J-Jaw, um, I don't know. We'll see. If it's ever made into an anime, they'll make her too white anyways. Yeah, actually, that's pretty good. Okay, let me... She definitely does not have the warm tone of that pink one. Let me use more sand white to blend her in. I say more, but... Yeah. She's a very cool person. She thinks she's cool. Let me work on... I'll work with Rim Light at the end. For now, I'll just work on Rim Dark. You're good. Let me touch her up here a bit more. Yeah, okay, that looks good, right? Right, two people watching. They're probably both me. Hang on, let me close this. Wait, no. Oh, I do have it up in two frames. Let me turn it off. There we go. Let's see. What happens to my viewer count now? Oh well, I'm not gonna worry about it. This is like recording a video by myself. Okay. I have her eyes, her cloak. I have all of her. Then work on her gun. Blah. That means I have to try to remember what I want it to look like. Let me push up. No, you could see. Um, let me wait for it to. Let me wait for the delay to pass so I can see if it's okay. Okay, yeah, you could see. Darn. Oh well. It's fine. Okay. Let me work on JoJo's ear fluff. I'll just. What. Kind of blends in the light gray, and the red from her hair being pulled up into it. Let me get the gun. I know I want it to be like, have a gold look to it. So let me get marigold, a light yellow. And actually, see, here's the trick. Some of gold's color comes from the reflections in it. So Gold's kind of that weird pale yellow. Shadow tones, she use like orange, reds, or browns, depending on how warm you want it to be. But considering the purplish mystery theme I'm gonna go for, I might use purple as the darker color instead. So make it something in gold. Okay, got the yellow coat down. Go over, add shading, especially on the darker parts. On the darker parts, I'm just going to go ahead and make them fully. Okay. Then I'll go over for the purple here. Ooh. Make a darker purple. I'll have it over here. That works. That works for the cover. I'll clean up that little smidgen here in a bit. Okay, so there's. Oh no, I need to color her bell. I think originally I made her bell gold, but I like her having that warm tone to her. But for some reason, having it be a silver bell just fit her better. She has a warm skin tone, so silver matches it better. I do too. I'm the pinkest motherfucker you've ever seen. Okay. Now's the part where I have to decide what I want to do now. I'm gonna put the skin tones. I won't need them. Well, I may need them for the path. Let me work on these areas. Oh, okay, here's a question. Do I want those areas to be black, or do I want them to be lit up kind of ghostily? Ooh, that may be neat. Ooh, I don't know. Okay, Seven, let me work on him. Because what I think I'll do, I'll start him. He's it's like a black skeleton, like a charred look. So start and blend it down. And that'll help me help with the pillars and the hand coming out of the tree. So let me start on him. Dang it! Gray! I keep forgetting that my grays are all low and bland. Quite. More gray? Nah, I kinda want him to. Well. No, I feel like a clear gray would look good on him. Let me see if I have a cool gray that's wet. I do. Okay. These cut all down. So, I've been debating whether or not I want to have his eyes lit up, or if I want to just have him be dark. Because I want him to be visible. I don't want him to. I want him to definitely look like he's like far in the background. So, I think I'll go black. Go black. I like using like the rule of thirds, like whether it comes to like how many lines of text, um, the main focus characters, and one, two, three, and I love using the rule of thirds. I feel like I use it too much. I don't know. It just seems to work so well for designs. Okay, hang on. Currency. So that definitely needs to all be gray. Now, as it comes into his sternum and these ribs, I'm not sure. So I think I'll leave it for now. Let me go ahead and color his eyes in black. Get his mouth too. His nose. I want to like put the cracks in, but we'll have to see because that adding detail kind of brings things forward. I want it to be detailed enough to look good, but not so detailed that it brings him out of the background. I want it to be so a title and this stuff pops, brings in the eyes. They notice that they're like, "Wow, whoa, your art sucks, but that's cool." No, I'm so nervous. People are gonna hate my art. Bleh. But I gotta get out there, so. Is that wind? Oh no, we're expecting storms today. I have to keep an eye on the stream. If it goes out, I can just reschedule. Dark are you? You are good in between, but you're pretty dry. I think three shades of gray is the limit on the background. Let's keep it simple enough. Okay, I think that's a good start. Let me think. Yeah, I want it to be dark. I could desaturate it more, but I'll keep it bare for now. Okay, so now moving down into his sternum, ribs, and this arm over here. I think I'll do it like this. Hang on. Pull it down to about there, and that'll kind of be the fading line. I'll also make these lighter than the rest. Up here. I have to slowly blend it in. I'm so excited to just share my characters and everything with y'all. I've been working so long on all this. Okay, let me see. That. Do that. Put you down. Okay, you got. Make sure you look. Do a really thin line. Thin. Thin. What is it, baby? Really? I think you're lying to me. You've been fed. I'm assuming y'all can hear my cat. He's a big baby. That kind of looks good. It's starting to get lighter. Okay. Bring that down. Bring you down lighter. Even lighter. And desaturate that. Okay. Nice. Now I'm going to start bringing in the other color for the pillars. I want to I don't want it to just be like a gray. Maybe I can make it white. To make it aged, maybe sans white. What does that look like? If I make it more look like sandstone. Sure, why not? Let me just go ahead and put that in. Go ahead and bring that up in here. Get that slightly there. This won't be the base tone for this closer one, just for these farther ones, I think. And I don't want them to be like brown, so I think I'll shade the rest of it with the gray. Just make it like dirty. I went through a phase where I was like a lot better at landscapes than characters. And at this point, I think my instinct is to say equally bad at both of them. I'm sure most people don't think my art is bad, but it's always hard seeing people the amazing art they can do. And then I'll look at mine and I'm like, wait. I don't know. It may look neat to have these like be purple, whimsical looking not whimsical, mystical looking windows. I could probably figure that out. Or I can make them black, but black would kind of blend in with the sky, and it'd be neat to have like a. It's 1/3 of the way down where most of them are. You have level 1/3 rule. I'm excited to get to purples now. Okay, that's looking nice. Okay, before I work on this front pillar, let me finish up these. So the darkest gray I'll use on them, at least for a bit, will be the medium gray. The last one. Okay. This is going to require a lot of finesse, so bear with me. Oh, geez, hang on. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me bring the gray down just a bit more. And I'll use it on here. And then I'll grab a lighter gray to desaturate and... That gives the height farness effect. Now I just need to play around with that a bit more. And while I'm at it, let me use sand to fill in this. Oh, that's so orange. I can desaturate it. Be a good color for the path from. One of the things I've been considering doing, I feel like it'd be funny. You know how people like will see a drawing of like too many fingers now and assume it's AI? I was very careful on this, so I was not here. But every now and then I'll accidentally do too many fingers. People just act like it's a thing that no artist could do, either on purpose or accident. I just find it funny. I feel like it'd be funny for me to start hiding that on purpose in my art. And just see if people are like, oh, It has too many fingers! No human could have done this! That's a bit dark. I can mark it. Let me go ahead and just gray it all. Okay, that looks better already. I may hit it with some colored pencil at the end. The background. That'll help push it even further back and okay. I need some different grays. Cool gray, cool gray. Where? I'm getting to the point where it's starting to be a bit too detailed. I need to be careful. Let me skip down here. So these stairs will be catching the light. Like that. We're flat side. That goes down there. Oops, where are you? Oh no, you're the right one. Why do you look so... hang on, let me think. I can use the markers to push it into the background, but using the colored pencil is so much like easier. And since all my markers constantly are wanting to die on me, I think that's fine for now. I think what may help is let me hit these in the background real quick. Let me grab. I'm thinking warm gray. What's my darkest warm gray? Hang on. That would be warm gray. 9 or 13? Probably 13. I know that sounds obvious, but it's a really weird naming convention they use. Ooh. Can't put. Well, okay, that's supposed to be pushed even further. That works. Be careful around her hair because I'm really proud of it. Okay. Um, I like that should be dark too. Here we go. I like that. Hmm. Let me see if I can what would work good. Maybe like a green gray. I haven't used them much. They're still nice and wet. Yeah. Hang on. My cat's coming through to cause problems. Stay there. He's on my printer. He's going. Whenever he wants attention, he'll come sit on my paper. He's feet about it right now. Pinky bastard man. Okay, so the next furthest would be you. So I start you with this one. I guess I don't know. I feel like that is the bottom of that, if I remember right. And even inside that's a bit dark. Let's see, where's my marker? Let me start here, and then grab my lighter, coffee with green and gray. Here we go. That's a good start for that. Let me finish this, and then I'll be able to see if I can go for the top. Because the top would be getting more light from this, and just in general. It's looking good so far, guys. Oh, hang on. I just saw the stream lag. Um, looks like it's better now. I can't tell. Let me just turn the volume. Okay, it seems to be working. Okay, my bad, guys. Sorry. That's too light. Let me see. Let me go with another green gray. Let's do that. Oh, lovely. Yes, queen. Make a bit mossy. Let me know. Okay, that works. In which case, I can go ahead. Dang it, which one do I use? What do I use for you? Dang it! Wasn't you. Did I use the dark green gray for it? I guess I did. Um, guess I'll do that. Okay. Ah, it's lagging again. Oh, no, it's fixed. Let me check OBS. Let me just peek on it. Wait, what? What? When they tell my story, they will not be telling the tale of a master streamer. Okay, well, that's that. So, the this building here is a bit closer than this building, but it may be hidden from light. I don't know. Let me think. Mhm. Okay, I'll have a bit of a darker tone here in a second. Let me hit this up. There's the matte. To make it matte, it's the green tone I've been using. You grab a really light green gray. Just smooth it out. Now, let me see here. You really dark one, you want to be really light-handed with it. Because this is a bit closer. See a bit more of a detail. G2 is what I'll use. Okay, I think that's good for now. On those. Let me think what I want to do now. I'm dreading doing the sky. I really am. Because having to work around the lettering. I mean, I'm sure I can. Sure, it would work, but. I guess I'll save it for last. So, let me do this front pillar real quick. Since we've established. Okay, him. That means I can use this machine. Do that. Hit it up a little bit here. That light line. Now I can. What do I want to be? I think this gray is my lightest one. Oh, it's barely holding on. That's not gonna work. Okay, I can make it work. Hang on. Yeah, let me go back over this brown with the green. Especially here in the crevice. Oh, geez, you're drying up on me. I always choose the worst time. Let's see this. Yeah, y'all can see me good. Dang it, I really need something lighter. Well, if you can't go lighter, you can always go darker. Go back over. It's this.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I wasn't talking to you, Echo. Shoot. What if? What if? You're in the wrong spot. What do you look like? That works. That's kind of pretty, anyways. Oh, shoot. Dang it. Come here. I'll just put it over here. I need it here in a bit. I hate when this happens. So I need a lighter color. The lighter colors I have are either the wrong color or running out. What about you? It works. Ah. I could try my Copics. I don't know. Where my other Ofuvus? I think my light breeze and them are also low. Let's just leave it there for now, and I'll think about that. Okay. So, first up, let me work on the greenery. That should be pretty easy and pretty fun. So, he says, as he remembers, his green gray is now going dry. Wait a minute. I don't have to work in grays anymore. Well, actually, that would actually be really useful for making that not too saturated. He knew what he was talking about after all. A rarity for right. I mean, I've been doing that a lot lately. I've been working on the script. Okay, so let me talking about myself or someone and accidentally mention one of my characters' names instead of the name I meant to say. Okay, perfect. Let me sit back and look. Um, oh, this is stressful because this will be like what people see when they first look at it. I want it to look good, but oh boy. That looks actually really strong on me. It looks kind of artsy and paintsy. Okay, let me think. Okay, I think what I need to do, I'll leave it detailing to darker greens. I think that this pale green gray, it's a green gray, it needs to be the base coat. That for me is like here. Come on. Okay, that's. Get that. Okay, that worked for now. I think I am gonna have to rely on colored pencils a little bit. We'll have to see. Okay, so that's the base coat of a grass. Let me grab a darker grass. Green. And start working, especially out here. Is this? That's a cool gray. Oopsie daisy. You. Not you. You work. Where's all my cartoons? Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's nice. We'll start. We'll make those rocks. Okay. For the most part, I think this is a good shade. This back here. I can go a shade darker as it comes back over here. You get this here by the steps. Don't add too much detail since it's in the background. I think these were meant to be like bushes. So make that dark. That should just be dark so it doesn't add anything distracting between them. Okay, as it comes up. Okay, then fade out the detail back over here. Okay, let me just focus here for now. I'll work on this mounds of grass in a second. It's really dark green gray. That's nice for finishing up that. Can edge this, get around the corner here. A few feet of grass shooting up. That'll be blurred out a bit when I click the rock. Okay. And the final main body for this grass. Bring it over the path. There we go. Back over here. Get some dark up in there. Dark there. His legs pop my nose. Oh no, I bled some onto her. Uh-oh. That'll work for now. Fix up the patching and retone it here in a bit. Okay. That's fine. That's good. Okay. So I think this I want it to be Oh, that's the same tone. You know what? That works. Dark here. Some squishy tones. Oh, the live stream's lagging again. Just need to keep an eye on the storm. It's hard to tell because there's a delay. So once it's lagging, I've kind of lost my chance to pause for you. So anyone who's watching this, I assume has, did, should, since the age everything among us for, kind of like have been through school during COVID. Like I was it was one of my first years in high school. It was around that time COVID came around. I'm bringing this up because just the laggy camera and stuff. I wonder how many people, like, I slept through class all the time. Like the Zoom calls. I say all the time. It was only once or twice. But, you know, I'm sure there's people that did way more than that. Ooh, say, can you see? How was everyone's 4th of July? Anyone lose any fingers? Kind of unsure how to treat this. It may be nice to keep it as is and kind of have it be lighter, you know? Um, I think what I'll do is I'll leave it for now. Let me finish up this rock here real quick. It's a really light one. Okay. It's looking like I'm just gonna end up making it pretty dark. So, there we go. That looks good. Good. I'm not even gonna. Sorry, leave me out, son. I'm not gonna bother doing it light through here. Let me put this down real quick and see. That's a good start. Grab a darker one. You call military olive. So if I don't get both designs done today, and I don't think I will, I think I'll actually do another live stream tomorrow because I'm putting together the books and ordering them right now. So I need to have the covers done in order to do that. I mean, for Crimson, the light novel side story, I was already able to do that since I already had it done. So I know I'm saying desaturate a lot today, but specifically because I'm designing these little business cards to hand out at the convention. And I forget what color I used for it. I wanted kind of a brown gray look, but the only one I found was very it was like darker than I wanted it to be for one of the designs. I'm gonna do free designs. And so right now I have it soaking in like a centimeter of alcohol. Because the alcohol markers that will like desaturate and make it look good. I hope. So there we go. So I need to decide whether or not I want that to be colored in. Because if I do it for one manga, I would have to do it for all of them. Um, I guess I could base it like the colors for this chapter are kind of the blue and the red for these two characters. Guess I could kind of do that. Yeah, that would look neat. I think I will. Look like look like a freaking core memory. Yeah, I still have those colors there. Okay, let me think. Let me think. I will not use the color pink. Just want to blend that in more. Browns are a bit too dissonant. I don't want it to be too much. I don't want it to be too detailed. But I want this to be detailed. This is pulling it forward. But these two need a shadow, I just realized. Let's see that. Uh-oh. One more very good color over. Here we go. That looks good. Make it a bit darker here in a second. I have an issue when it comes to string paths. I gotta use the colored pencils some more, so I'm not gonna do it too much right now. The way I texture them, I try to like make it smaller, but always ends up looking the same as the way I texture water. So, especially when it's like a black and white drawing, that can sometimes look confusing. It usually helps to have the path texture go one way and word will never, but yeah, it works most of the time. Okay, that looks pretty good. I like. I'll probably end up using color pencils to like blur the edge of the path into. Well, you know what? I can probably do that right now. Let's see. This issue here. Like, apply a lot of color right there. One edge. Okay, that really looks better. Um, Need the brown and do the color pencil to pick up the rest of the slack. This side's good because, yeah. Okay. Oh, let me finish up their shadow because it should be like really dark. It's like right here. Oh, this is coming out so good. I'm proud of myself. Okay. What should we do now? I have the tree still. I have the tree, the sky, and the windows. And this little thing. Let me do it. Shoot, did I put that purple? Oh no, it's over here. Okay. So, here's what I'm going to do. I don't want it to be too dark, like, at all, because it will obscure the number. So, use the darkest colors only on the very, 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 very outside. Here are shades to purples. Okay. And this is Jadez's. Her most darkest purple color. Oops. Okay, so there's that. Okay. Now let me do this blue. I'm gonna immediately skip into the lightest blue. Curl it around. Okay. I'm not gonna do darkest red because it's already a bit too dark. Dang it. It's a bit too dark. Do that. Skip to this light red. Okay, this red's darker than the light blue, so it'll overtake it, so I need to be careful. Whoa! So just let blue, wrap it around, bring it in. That looks pretty good. Doesn't look bad. It'll lighten up a bit as as it dries. Alcohol needs to do that. And I can go over the black again if I need to. I'll probably need to go back over the text. Looks like it's faded just a bit, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay. I'm dreading the sky. I guess let me go ahead and do the idea I had. So instead of having the windows just be black, I'm going to have them be purple. A dark purple. Purple. So, I need to grab my splotch sheet real quick. Um, yeah, it'll probably end up being. Where are you? You're deep violet, aren't you? Yep, you're deep violet. Deep violet. Pansy. And eggplant. So, do I still have eggplant? Yep. Was that other one? Pansy. You pansy. Okay, got that. Okay. First, what I'll do is I'll take this dark red. I'm going to start tracing figures. Serious figures. Figures. Shapes. Just something to kind of give people an idea of what's going on. Okay, there's that. Now I've got the. Oh no, you're not the darkest. You're the darkest. Now I'll go over those just with the darker one here. Just to make sure they do look purple. With a really dark purple. And honestly, the pansy may be too dark. I may need to just double check that. Oops. Let me check pansy real quick. It's pretty dark. I mean, I like it, but let me put down the eggplant. There we go. That looks pretty good. Try going in with Pansy, like around the edges, maybe. Because I do feel like it needs that other Sankagiri tone to it. Because it's a lot more of a blue purple. I like that. Okay. Let me blend it in a bit. Just a bit, though. Not really there. Cool. Okay, I really like that. And that lightened up good. Woo! I really like how this is going. Okay, cool. So, should I worry about the tree branches now? Sorry, guys, I'm thinking. Real quick, I'm thinking about it. No, hang on. This is just slightly desaturated. The tones back here in the background. So, come up to here. Right there. There we go. That looks good. Okay. Actually, let me see this. That's a good color for a nice ghastly looking tree. It just has its base. I find a base is useful because it prevents it from getting too light in areas. Because, like, say I can pick it and, like, okay, it can't get any lighter than this shade. So that in cases where I don't really know exactly what I want to do, it's useful. I don't know really why I did on these two this time, the characters, because I know how I like to shade them. Speaking of, I kind of make her belt a bit blacker. Her belt totally disappears like towards the end of the manga. I just wardrobe change. Totally. That's totally what it is. How dare people blame Rocky for forgetting things in JoJo? You try keeping up with it. He has way more to keep up with than me, and I can't even keep up with a smidgen of what he does. Let's go for the faraway branches. We don't do that. Got that. You look to be in the background. You. You. And here. That. Let me go here. 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 There. Okay, let me think. I think that's it for the darkest one, because I'm gonna make it too dark. Kind of an in-between dark, I think, because I think this is too... Yeah, that's too boring to be around. Let me check the cone. The cone's pretty good. It's really not much lighter, but... It's good for keeping those in the back. Now use it to shade the underside of these tree fingers. Okay, okay, okay. I'm running a little on coffee, guys. I'll use this, but only in the closer areas since it has some color to it. I'm sorry for the holiday season. Stressful and all, but so much better than just bleh. Okay. I think this is another situation where to get the look I'm going for, I'm gonna need to wait for the colored pencils. Um, sorry. I'm thinking. Yeah, so I think I'll move on to the tree. I mean, the leaf. Well, yeah, the tree. The tree's leaves. Can't decide what I want to do, though. Okay. Let's say. Let me do it like this. Let me grab. Find it. It's here somewhere in my mess. The dark green, darkest of my greens. Gray greens, I mean. Get all this back here. Okay. And I have a plan. I want to make this kind of not quite like a willow, but kind of like a willow. And that can help me add some extra depth to the image. Okay. That's a good start. Now, I think my Geo1 is low. I think the G20 is 2. My Geo. What about my Geo2? Is it still in here? Is it out? Let me try my G20. Okay, it looks fine. The good thing that about it being my lighter markers are running low is I can use my colored pencils to put detail in those lighter spots to make up for it. Gray, chance, it's G, isn't it? Geo free. Why is it darker than G60? It is. Hang on, let me check my thing. Is it? Hang on, let me find it. G60, G3. Okay, they're about the same. I think G40 is here somewhere. If I can find it, it would actually be perfect for this spot. Here it is. So, preferably before I start work on my next manga, the next volume. Hopefully, I'll be able to get a new set of the gray markers, and not have to buy the whole thing, even the color ones too again. Because most of my colored ones are still cool. It's mostly the grays, since I had to use them so much for shading. And that's why I'll be releasing a color version of my manga. The color version will include the title, not this title, but the chapter title pages will be colored in instead of in black and white. And mostly because I use tinted grays when shading the manga, since I shaded with the alcohol markers. So even the normal panels will have a bit of a color tint to them. And even though it's just that little bit, it does increase the price. So that's why it won't be but $5 more. Um, and so the way I'm going to be selling, I'm going to be, if you see me at the anime convention, I'm going to be bundling the colored version with the light novel, make it cheaper. So yeah. Okay, there's the shade. Those colors look good. Let me add some green to it, actually non-gray green, specifically mostly in the back here. Because I want to increase that darkness. Bring this up here. Back here. There. You know what, actually. Okay, let me stop that there before I get carried away. Let me grab. How much lighter are you? Okay, you're pretty. Comparatively. Let me just grab that to pull through in these lighter areas. I don't think there'd be any leaves detailed yet, but I think that looks good. We'll do a bit more color pencils whenever I get to that. Okay. What was I using? The deep olive green. Use that for a few. Okay, let me see. How does this look on here? Okay. So let me start doing some leaf texturing with this. Don't do too much as it's kind of still in the back, but it's also good for darkening up the edges. Let me do that. Do that. That looks good. Oh shoot! It's started to fall. Okay, I have a ton of markers on the wall. Wow. Oh shoot! Ah! So now we come to the point. It's time for me to shade that there. You know what? Let me find that. Here it is. G14. Sorry, I know I'm getting to that point where I'm kind of tired. I'm not talking as much. This is my longest recording yet, so I just ain't used to it yet. Okay. Um. I know that's mostly gonna be covered up, but the idea of it will still be there, and I can add details back in with the pencils. Next thing I want to do, I want to finish up this tree real quick. These are fine. And here, I kind of want to desaturate. It's just kind of an important fit to this piece, like saying, just making sure the background is like it's in the back. Making sure the focus stays where it is while preserving background details. Okay, well, I think it's time for me to start the sky. Ugh, this is gonna be a pain. Can you consider how I want to do this? I have two ways I do skies commonly. Okay, I think I know what I want to do. So let's get right into it. Yeah. Oh no, things are falling. You're just gonna have to trust the process on this one. Dang, I've been streaming for 2 hours now. This blue seems like it's low. Um, it's too big of an issue. I'll just go ahead and switch to this one. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Now, I grab take the darker colors of the two. Wait, this is typically. No, no. No buff out. No buff out. Probably. Shoot. Dang it. Let's see, I want it to be blue. Dark blue. Let me go ahead and just trace around this. It must be professional of the highest professional quality. That. Trace around there. So that should be good there. Actually, looking back at this, I want this to be mostly the dark. Because even the sky, I want to push back here into the background some. I'm going to add some red down there. I just need a second. I will keep it light around the title to keep it readable. That. Let me put down red. Okay. Get this over here. Okay, now here comes the trick I'm gonna have to try to work around. I do not want the sky to be too. Oh, it's lagging again. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, looks like it's fixed. Okay, so I don't want the sky to be too black because that would actually draw some of the focus to it. So, while I kind of eliminate some of the thing here, I'm gonna not use a pure black, or try not to. I do want the color here to be really flat, not too blended. So I'm trying to work with the tree's leaves here. Let's go. That. Let me just work with this for now. So, just grab any good old gray. Desaturate these colors. Blend all that out. Let me Let me bring my attention back up here. I need to think for a moment on that. Grab this. Blend out these colors. This can get still a bit better. Do the same with this blue here. So this slice is different. Oh well, that works. Okay. Now, trying to decide if I want to go over with gray first. Let me do that. Let me decide what gray has to be one. I've already used a lot of the green gray. I want to use that. Let me see. Deep cool gray. What color are you? How dark? That could work. Are you juicy? You're juicy. The idea here, right now, is it'll set the lightest the background can go, and it will desaturate the colors some. But this process of how I make this sky, I started it originally with like rainbows, but this time, just to mess with color scheme, just gonna do blue and red. Um, the process works by I basically get the colors set up. I usually do colors and then grays, and then I blend them together, and then I just keep doing that until I get the saturation I want. I think it's a really pretty way to do. a spacey looking night sky. And this is why the markers die. Okay. Now, since this is a lighter one, I should be able to go over and finish up this. Okay, that looks okay. That works. Let's pull it up. But okay. Okay. Coffee. It's tricky since I have these letters and one that's too dark over them. But I can go back over at the end and work all that out. So I guess I'll. Oh, even though it hurts, it's my work. No, it's all starting to come together. I'm just gonna completely for that blue. It's coming through way too much. Okay. Darker in some areas. Usually smaller for the darker. Sometimes not. Just natural looking random patterns. And now I can go back over and make the text clear again, but it still hurts to go over. Okay. That looks good. Now I'll go over in reverse. What was the last one I was using? It was like a cool gray. This one. Now I can go back over. Starting with the darkest gray. Go over darkest gray for the lighter gray. Spread it out. Blend it in. Show it what it's like to win. Okay, there's that. Now I take the lightest gray. Was it this one? Mm-hmm. Yep. And then I go over everything. Everything. Desaturate the colors. All blended in. And then we'll finally have kind of our guy base. This is all so far to make a complicated base. Okay. I think that looks pretty good so far. Okay. Let me do a big thing. Next I shall do a big stink. So it's looking good so far. I need to work with the colors up here a bit more, I think. Man, I bet this is... Oh, it doesn't look through. I always like looking at the back of the page. I just think it's neat. I kind of want to try something. Since purple is such a big theme here, what would eggplant look like? Okay, eggplant is too much. What about mallow? Mallow work. I'm gonna go over these lighter areas with mallow. Kind of tie the blue and the red together and keep purple in since it's such a theming. Represents the mystery and mysticism of going into this strange new world. Oh, that was good. Oh, wow. Here too. Wow. That looks good. I think that's it. I really do think that's it. I like it. I don't want to touch it anymore. I'm gonna look over it real quick. You know what? No, I'll do the rest in pencil. Let me clean up the markers real quick, guys. And so let me talk about what plans are. I am going to be going to 2 anime conventions here in Texas. I will be going to Anime Ultra in September, the 20th and the 21st, I believe. I will have a booth there. Admission is free to get into Anime Ultra. Is at the Rolling Oaks Mall in San Antonio, Texas. One sec. And I'm going to Anime America in Dallas, Texas. I forget the dates on that. I think it's like the 28th and 29th, or 27th and 28th. One of those two. Whichever one's Saturday, Sunday. Admission there, you have to pay to get in. I think it's maybe $50 for both days. I don't quite remember. I will have a booth at both of those. I will be selling the manga early, so if you wait to get it through the Kickstarter, you can get it for that. It's just you won't be able to get your hands on it as early. But the Kickstarter will be launched by then. I will be launching it on the 20th, or a few days before, probably. That way, I'm going to set it up so that if I run out of product for any reason, I'll still have the sign up there at the convention. So even people there, like if y'all run out of money beforehand, just you can order through my Kickstarter easily. That way you don't miss out. Um, as for signing, I don't. I am not this big manga creator. I'm going to assume you really don't want the manga signed by me. I'm assuming you don't want that. So I won't sign it. I'll ask in person, but I'm not with celebrity. I will probably put an option on the Kickstarter if you do though. I mean, I'll sign anything y'all want me to, but you know, who am I? Just some random artist. What's happening there? Oh my goodness. Okay, so you see, just go to a random page. I'm not done yet, but I need a break, so just gonna put this here since I don't know how to make the card things. Okay. Assuming that's visible. I'm assuming it's pretty visible. Okay, guys, I'll be back. Hey guys. I'm back. Here it is. So, you may notice I laid this out during the break. It's still drying, so it still looks a bit darker, but it'll be. This is the thing I was desaturating. Let me see if I can find the color it was. I think it was this one here, Ash Rose. I think that's the color I made it. And as you can see, it's lighter now. It's about the color I want it to be, kind of that warm grayish paper. You know, it's still drying. It'll get there. It'll look good. No, it will. It has to. Okay. So, I guess I'm. Sorry. Probably do color pencils first. Ooh, the smell. Like, not bad, but they smell really strong in a colored pencil. I haven't opened them up in so long. Where's my electric sharpener? Guess I'll do it by hand. Okay. Trying to think. Dark blue. Dark green. Don't think I'll need bright green. How long has it been since y'all have used a pencil sharpener? Imagine it's been a while. I don't use one too awful often, and I only do that since I'm an artist. Like the average person, imagine they don't use pencils a lot, and when they do, I mean, yeah. I only recently opted to start using mechanical pencils for my art, so I don't even use pencils for sketching usually. But they don't make mechanicals out of these, so I mean, okay. Let me work back and work up. So, violet. This will be the backmost layer. If y'all have never seen this, basically what this does, what I'm doing is I'm going over it. It's easier. You could do this with the alcohol markers as well, but it's going to add a bit of texture, make it look a bit more natural, and the blue and purple tones if you use them. It makes it look darker, more in the background, more like it's at night. Actually, I have a. Oh, it's in the bomb. I use it a lot. It's really useful. I was gonna grab an example piece for y'all, but it's at the bottom of my stack of stuff from my manga, and it's like that thick. It's at the bottom because it's upside down right now. So all the stuff very furthest back will get this violet. Like that. Okay. And I don't use this much. I have white charcoal pencils. This here is a colorless blender. I don't think I've used this in quite literally 5 or 6 years, but it's perfect for this here. It's just basically clear wax. It'll do about the same thing a clear colorless blender marker would. Just kind of blends it all out. So I really don't want it to be too saturated or detailed. Actually also gonna go over it, I think. With 1 sec, because I want it to be pretty smooth. Oh, I have a I had some Kleenexes here still. I can use my finger. Very slightly blue, but that worked. I'm sorry. Last year around this time, I got horribly sick. I don't think I'm getting sick again. I went put past my body to try. I was gonna use this really purple one, but yeah. Okay. Now I take this other blue and just very lightly layer it over the next area. The next area, I'm pretty much doing everything I want kind of in the background. I'm not going to go over these windows to give them that glossy look. Let them keep it. Everything else will have a slight grain over it now. No, this is how kind of like how they shoot movies. Sometimes a lot of scenes that they do will be shot during the day, but they'll just add like a blue filter that kind of takes down the light, makes everything look a bit more blue, and boom! Suddenly it looks like it was done at night. I use the eraser for this part. I'm not really aiming to erase because these aren't really erasable. I just want the look it gives with the slight blending. So it comes off a little bit the monotones. Okay. Oops. Okay. Now this green I got out to give. Because see, if I had taken a lighter green, I couldn't have gone over the darker of the marker. But since this is wax, it's a different medium, it can lay down over it. Like that, by covering that and helping that, like that. It's good. And just to keep the colors, but just to drag it up into the leaves here. Okay, that's looking good. I don't know if I want any of this green to grass. I guess I will, but especially here. And this line to show verticality. Color pencils are good for adding texture since alcohol markers are lacking in texture. Like, okay. What I'm just trying to say is it's easier to get texture. That. Okay, I think that's the colors done. Now, I do have my white gel pen, and we have this text to go back over. Let me put my pencils to the side. So, for the text, I want to be careful. I guess I'll just slowly go over it. I was considering putting a white gel pen border around it, since it's on the darker background. I think it all works out. Well, this is going to take a bit. Bit of a boring, slow segment. Sorry, guys. Okay, that's good, that's good. Hang on, I'm just thinking for a sec. That is a bit hard to see. I guess I should. Okay. I really just need to do it to the sections here that are like got covered up with pencil. In general, though, it's a anytime you erase the pencil over it, which of course you have to do, It just takes off a layer of ink. It makes it look just a bit less black. Which is a easy problem to fix if you want to go back over all your lines. Most of the time, it's just not big of an issue. But, you know. I think I was a bit careful here. These don't look too bad. Except for this E. This E looks terrible. There we go. Tricky. That one is. Let me find something sharp. Yeah, my black pen or marker. I think I did pure black. Okay. So that's good now. This is still drying and getting lighter. So it looks a bit more visible to me now. I just don't know. I feel like the white line, if I were to just do that around these layers, it would make the title a lot more visible. Especially from afar. I used to use like gel pen a lot more than I do now. Okay, let me worry about down here first. Just need to touch up my name. Took me a long time to decide whether I use a pen name or my real name. Eventually, I decided it would be too hard to keep my real name a secret because just how things are nowadays. So, we're using my real name, Raj Lepot. I kind of like clean up the edge there, but I'm not sure how I want to do it. Guess I'll just glue it around. Oops. Okay, that was good. Okay, well, I'm going to have to think on this. Um, I'll let it dry overnight. It should be at its max non-brightness by then. I will be doing the stream for the next cover. Here, let me get closer so I can see it good. I'll be doing the thing for the next cover, the next live stream tomorrow, probably. So be looking forward to that. Because I want to get it done so I can get the books published and stuff. So, I hope y'all have a good day. Thank everyone for watching. Thanks for y'all's support. It's been great so far. More than I can ask for. And, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.